Welcome back. Today I'm doing another scary video. The TikTok therapy again. I need therapy. Scary TikTok.
I need therapy.
You should not watch alone. This one's 2:36. This is a 12-minute video, so this should be good enough for just one video instead of doing last one where I had to watch two because the pussies made it 8 minutes long, and so I had to watch another video. But
oh, come on.
What?
Don't call me pussy. Oh, pussy. Never fucking mind. Just continue.
But this one is on TikTok therapy, so go check it out. I'm just reacting to it. So let's get started. Dip Flock in the corner right here. He's joining me today. And let's just start.
Being out of her head.
What are you vibing
What? This bro about to knock her on the head with a fucking guitar.
Look what happened when we were not home waiting.
Bro forgot to let his girlfriend use his wallet. If you want to see a real jump scare.
Bruh. Stop doing that.
How much you want to bet when I go to edit that? This is gonna be like broken voice. Okay.
Spooky. Ribcage. Yeah, she shot yourself.
No. Bro, the ghost really thinks
Hello,
he's
thank you
Messi.
for calling Gigo!
What the?
Come on, Miyuki, watch where you're throwing those things!
Shut your bitch ass.
What's that ad? What?
Shut your. That ad was fucking weird.
I remember those costumes. Those were popular in like 2018.
Yeah, those things are fucking creepy. I actually like those costumes too.
Yeah.
I almost punched someone in the nuts.
There is no better way to kick off the spooky season than a video like this being sent to me with zero context
That's just
other
crazy,
than
girl.
a very loose translation of Malaysian that said,
If she starts
feed
walking
the
on
water
water,
ghost,
that's woman Jesus.
Cleo. Okay, just watch this and let me know what you think.
If I was the one recording this, like this actual video right here, all you'd see is gun, like noises of guns. You'd hear that, and you'd just see water
I'm pointing
splashing.
at what's that thing? Who's gonna die?
The lights going low.
You just made it roll.
Jelas ya,
Bro, was that Bruce
jelas
Lee?
ya teman-teman.
It looks like an easy doing the walk eyebrow thing.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Astagfirullah. Tuh, saya udah mentok zoomnya teman-teman ya.
Jesus Christ, now you just look like
These are some extremely unsettling facts, and I found all of these on Reddit. Albert Einstein is one of the most brilliant minds we have ever seen on Earth. So naturally, when he passed away, scientists wanted to study his brain to see if there was something different about him. But Albert Einstein had one dying wish. He did not want his brain to be studied, stating, "There's nothing special about me, anyone can be a genius." But despite this man's dying wish, his brain was still harvested and stolen and hidden for nearly a decade. It was eventually found and then split up and given to several different universities where now it's kept in a jar. A couple from Missouri finally scrounged up enough money to be able to move into a house together, but their dreams quickly turned into nightmares. The house was infested with thousands of venomous brown recluse spiders. And after further investigation, it was discovered that there were almost 5,000 brown recluse spiders in this home. And finally, let's say you have a group of 10 friends. Scientifically speaking, out of all of you, one of you will die before the age of 40. And I know a lot of my facts are really dark, but that's why.
I do not know.
Kai me you. Oh, that's more than 10.
That's just a local crackhead.
What those kids saw before Michael Jackson got them.
Facts about Jeffrey Dahmer you probably didn't know. He unalived his first victim at just 18 years old. Most people who do this don't start until around 29, so him starting so young is one of the reasons why he's one of the most sickening serial killers ever. His father taught him how to preserve animal bones. He was extremely obsessed with anatomy and skeletons, which is probably the reason why most of his victims ended up in a vat of acid. He was even a combat medic in the army, from 1979 to 1981. He was later then accused of SAing someone and discharged. If this video can get 25,000 likes, I'll drop a part 2.
Why does he kind of look like him?
Wait.
The Nightcrawler's backstory. It's told he became disfigured the way he is by crouching in the shadows after being cast out of his parents' house. Pause to read the official lore. But when we step inside Dr. Shea Reaper's lab, we get to see what really happened.
Bro's just got autism. Oh, I thought this was actually, even though I've watched this dude like 3 times.
I love bears. How about you? The big fellow behind me is Goliath, said to stand 12 feet tall and weigh 2,500 pounds. He was massive. Was he really that big? Who's gonna argue? I'll take your word for it, Goliath.
What?
The story that I'm about to tell you is particularly gruesome, friends. Please watch at your own risk. In 2007, 100,000 tons of fish were fished illegally from the rivers in the Kamchatka region of Russia's north,
There's no
leading
fucking way
to
this
what
dude
happens
is
next.
not from at least Alaska,
A group of
Canada,
up to 30
or
bears
Oregon,
literally
maybe Montana.
attacked a remote mining operation in the Kamchatka region. There were 400 men, women, and children that could not leave for days. The facts of this case are more horrifying than any movie, I assure you. I am adding no embellishment.
Hey, you shoot me, I'll shoot you back.
They had seen the starving bears and had been menaced by them before. Usually it was a single bear, sometimes 2 or 3. It was so bad for the bears that they didn't congregate because they were eating one another. If a starving bear was big enough, it would eat its friend. For the last few weeks, every time anybody left the building to do anything, they went
That's
armed
why
to the teeth in groups of 3 or more. But that didn't stop what was going to
No
happen
wonder
next.
he's gay.
We don't really know what
Get your
changed
foot off my
with the bears that day. But suddenly, more than 30 had gathered. The men had shot at some and even killed them. The other bears promptly consumed their fallen comrades and then came after the men. Everybody withdrew to the main building, 400 men, women, and children inside that day and that night, screaming and crying when the bears attacked. You never knew which way they would come from. They would claw and rip at one of the doors and the men would try to take a shot at them. Sometimes they were successful and killed a bear, and other times they just drove them off for a while, then they came back. They had reached out to their government time and again and begged for help, and the government said there's nothing that we can do for the weather. You'll have to wait this one out. We'll come as soon as we can. They didn't know if they would have enough time. The bears attacked all through the night, but with the coming of dawn, they retreated. They posted a man on the roof and 2 heavily armed security guards went outside to see if they could get to one of the trucks. The man on the roof said they didn't make it 25 feet. There was a bear lurking around the corner and attacked the first man. It wasn't even time for them to get a shot off. The man on the roof did, though, and he hit the bear at least twice, he believes. It didn't stop what happened next. Within moments, a group of 7 bears had rushed out and overwhelmed the 2 men and began to feed immediately. More in part 2 if you're interested.
Play War Thunder now.
Oh, look at that.
Join millions of players across the globe in
War
massive
Thunder.
battles
We're
on
not
tanks.
getting sponsored.
I play that game sometimes.
When the 2 heavily armed security guards
Why part
were
2?
killed
Can you skip this
and
part?
eaten, those inside had to listen and watch what happened next.
Bro, why
Oh
is
my
it all
The bears being fired
the rest of the
upon,
video?
removed a short distance away.
It's part
and
1,
waited.
2, and 3 then.
Okay, you know what? Because it's taking so long.
Disturbing facts that will ruin your day, part 6. There are only 2 days that do not last 24 hours, the one of your birth and the one of your death. Haku is a South American freshwater fish known for its squarer, straighter teeth, that eerily resemble those of humans. This is how a toothbrush looks like under a microscope after the first use. Google hires camels for the desert street view.
No.
Terrifying urban legends that turned out to be true, part 2. In October 1970, a couple reported seeing a man dressed in a white suit and wearing bunny ears who began yelling at them that they were on private property. It was then theorized that this man was the Bunny Man, an urban legend about an escaped mental patient in Virginia who took to gutting teens and hanging them from a bridge underpass.
Dang.
Locals were cautioned to never be caught near the underpass, which is now known to most people as the Bunny Man Bridge.
They're actually not, but I do have one that just wrote an hour ago called She's Here. It's story time. Take a seat. Those monsters taste horrible, by the way. Gerald Fredrickson was a disgusting man. From the time he was a small boy all the way to his teenage years, Gerald found pleasure in torturing animals and beating up kids that walked home alone, while other kids found interest in sports and video games. And being as big of a person as he was, there was almost nobody at any time that could ever tell him no or resist him. At the time he was 30 years old, Gerald was a full-blown menace with nothing but an ice cream truck to his name. 70 kills under his belt, all young girls and boys. The town was in absolute chaos, but nobody would suspect the jolly old ice cream man, Gerald thought to himself. So one day during a long and boring day of ice cream routes, Gerald decided
YouTube
to
doesn't
strike
care
again.
as long as it happens.
He had promised a
within
young girl named Susan
30
a few days ago a free vanilla cone. All she had to do was meet him at 9 p.m. sharp, just outside of town. Sure enough, 9 p.m. came, and Susan found herself walking up to the bright ice cream truck with the same red band in her head that she wore every day. Too easy, Gerald said to himself as he quickly turned the engine on. He shined his brights directly in her face and then punched the gas. The ice cream truck clipped little Susan, sending her flying across the street and barely clinging to life. Gerald then walked over to her weak body, scooped her up, placed her in the truck, and she was never heard from again. Just another victim of the mystery killer in town. What a hot little biscuit that was, Gerald proclaimed as he returned home after burying the body far away. He then sat on his couch and began to channel surf, but after a few minutes of that, he began to hear a small girl outside his window laughing. My God, well, those sound like Susan's laughs, Gerald said to himself, as he moved his large body all the way to his window, and then what he saw terrified him. It in fact was little Susan, but she looked very different. Her hair floating about wildly with no breeze. Her skin a very sickly gray color with cuts that were crawling with maggots. And a smile made of nightmares that went from ear to ear with rotten teeth visible. Oh Lord, she's here, Gerald screamed. He then quickly got dressed and ran all the way to his murderous ice cream truck. Gerald then locked his doors and prepared to make his getaway by fixing his rearview mirror, but what he saw petrified him. He was looking right into the eyes of his ghostly victim, Susan. Gerald then screamed and screamed and screamed. No one ever would find the body of Susan, but they did find Gerald. His skin was that same sickly gray color, with cuts that were crawling with maggots, but his face was disturbingly contorted. But what confused the townsfolk the most was the red headband they found wrapped around his neck so tight that it cut through his skin and crushed his windpipe. It was the same one that little Susan had wore every day. From then on, every disgusting criminal that popped up in that town was found in the same shape as they found Gerald the ice cream man, with Susan's red bow tightly wrapped around their neck. Like and comment for more stories.
Can you do the one where the bride gets trapped in a chest? I know exactly which one you're talking about. It's called The Bride. This was a very popular one. So the story goes like there was a couple who had just gotten married, and during their wedding reception, they were having lots of fun, dancing, singing, and even playing games and contests. One of the games that they decided to play was hide and seek. The bride went up to the attic and was looking for a place to hide when she came across a giant chest. She opened the chest and climbed in, thinking nobody would ever find her in there, and that when they went up to the attic to look for her, she could pop out and scare them. Well, right after she had climbed into the chest, the top had slammed down and hit her in the head, knocking her unconscious. As she fell inside the trunk, the lid then slammed closed and locked. Everybody was looking for her, but nobody looked inside the trunk. After a while, they started searching elsewhere, searching all over the wedding venue and even all across town. Nobody knows how long she was banging on the trunk after she had come out of her unconscious state, but still she was all the way in the attic and nobody could hear her. After a while of searching for her, all of her friends and family decided that she was gone and that they would just stop looking for her. Nobody ever knew what happened to her except for one day a maid was looking for something in the house where the wedding venue had taken place. She went up into the attic searching for this item and thought maybe it's in the trunk. So she opened the trunk, and to her horror, the corpse of the bride was in the trunk, withered away to only a skeleton, wearing her wedding dress.
That takes, like, at least dissolving of the human body like that to the bone takes, like, months at least.
In January of 2013, a young woman named Elisa Lamb flew to Los Angeles from Canada and checked into the Cecil Hotel. She was first placed in a hostel-style room, which she shared with another guest. But after 2 days, the
compared to
front desk
you
got a
guys'
call.
country.
Hi, I need to make a complaint. The woman I'm sharing a room with is acting very odd. I don't feel comfortable.
Joke's on you, she's a lesbian.
So Elisa was moved to a room of her own, and that was the last time anyone saw her. During her trip, she kept in frequent touch with her parents back home. But when they didn't hear from her when she was supposed to be leaving Los Angeles, they became worried and called the LAPD. Around the same time, the front desk kept getting more complaints.
I'm bored. These videos are so bad.
Then just stop recording.
So a hotel staff member went up on the roof to inspect the water tanks. He noticed that one of them was open. He looked inside, and that's when he found Elisa floating in the tank. To this day, nobody knows how she got in there undetected. But there are a lot of theories. See, Elisa had bipolar disorder and depression, and was on prescription medication to help keep her in balance. She kept a blog where she wrote about her struggles with her illness and seemed to be very open about it. The most logical conclusion is that Elisa was off her medication, broke from reality, and drowned herself in the water tank.
I'm the only fucking
Another
subscriber
theory
here.
is that she was playing the
One
elevator
subscriber.
game. The elevator game is a ritual that originated on a Korean website. When performed properly, you can supposedly be transported to another dimension. In order to play, you need a building that has at least 10 levels. It's best played at night since you need to be completely alone. You enter the elevator and go to different floors in a particular order. Once you reach the 5th floor, a woman will get on with you. Whatever you do, don't look at her or speak to her.
One night, a young girl was lying in bed, just on the verge of falling asleep, when she suddenly heard her mother calling her name from the kitchen. She then got up and began walking down the stairs to see what her mother wanted. But as she got halfway down the stairs, she heard her mother's voice from the top of the staircase say, "Don't go down there. I heard the voice too."
True scary stories in 60 seconds or less. This story comes from a Reddit user about the night that changed her life forever. In a rare occurrence, this girl's whole family was going out for the night. Her mother was going out, her sister wasn't coming home. She had the entire house to herself. So she just decided to call up in her bedroom, have a cozy...
You're just gonna pop up weird shit.
You're
Like I said, weird
I did.
shit.
I forgot the scary.
Popped up, a guy popping up his fucking eyeball. I wonder what that ad is.
I don't want
I
to.
want you to record a game of it.
You know, for the final, we'll just watch Mickey Mouse. I'm bored.
It's 6 seconds.
I'm good. Tinker, go f yourself.
Tinker's item editor.
To survive the Mickey Mouse Challenge, wait until midnight. Play this 1928 clip of Steamboat Willie and do the same whistle. Wait.
And you'll be visited by Mickey.
Do you even see that? Just that end. I'm telling you, if Mickey Mouse is just racist,
It's
he's
midnight.
just gonna kill
I'm
him.
about to do the Mickey Mouse challenge.
Midnight?
Hopefully Mickey won't come and get me.
There's three ways. Mickey Mouse is murdering her for singing the song. Mickey Mouse is murdering her because she's black. Or Mickey Mouse is just going to rape her. And he's a father. He just disappeared.
1 year.
Oh, fuck you. It's true. It wasn't even behind her. We just look back and see Mickey Mouse. What the? No, no reason.
Shut the blinds!
Hold on, watch the screen. Watch the screen. No, that one was bad because it was hot. Watch the screen though. What? Just a random flash of light on the screen. Okay, I'm done.
You only have like 4 votes, don't you? Yeah. Mickey Mouse pops up.
Bro, I was gonna die boggles glare up at her. Why did my accent just go more British than it was before?
Slate, you're tired. Just do the dishes.
Yeah,
that's right. Oh wait, Matt. Okay. I don't know, maybe if you were smart enough to close your mouth and not scream out all your air you have, you would have survived longer and maybe been able to get out of the position, you fucking idiot. And sitting there, blowing all your air out. Okay, that's it for today. I'm done.
What the fuck?
I will probably do another video tonight sometime, but I'm done for the day. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. And check out the other 2 scary videos, episode 1 and 2, and see how you like them, especially the fact the first one had some scary happen at the end. But thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.